Yo, 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 what is up, everyone? Welcome back. Week off there we had, and now we are back and we are live and we are here in Dallas. And hopefully here this clicks up for me and says that we're rocking and rolling. Let's see here. Ah, there we are. Okay, cool. Oops, put my sound up. Anyway, we're back in Dallas here. So welcome back, everybody. Thank you, everyone who is who's watching here, and anybody who might be tuning in, welcome back in. Make sure to hit me up with your questions in the chat here. We're just going to, for anyone who's new and hasn't been here and seen this and watched this, this is me just kind of spewing forth nonsense and commentary during the second qualifying sessions here. A couple things that we've kind of learned here through the first qualifying session. Number one, and I'm going to go over this in every single show that we do this weekend, so get ready. If you guys watch everything, you're going to hear this over and over and over again. Deegan's wrist is completely fucked up, and I know it's weird, something that we talked about. Something that we talked about kind of leading up to the 250 East Coast, which was Deegan's wrist and how it was fucked up, and hopefully he'd be able to ride, but we weren't really sure. And we've been shouted down and told that we were wrong and told that there was nothing wrong. And then he comes out with an interview before Detroit and says, oh, it was just a minor thing. We were off the bike for a week, whatever. And now all of a sudden he's doing an interview and saying, well, you know, if you're a normal person, you wouldn't be riding because the wrist is just screwed. What? How bad was it, dude? Maybe just tell us, okay? No one cares. This is like, insert that Jurassic Park clip. Hobson! It's Hobson! See, nobody gives a shit. No one cares if you broke your wrist, okay? The only thing we care about is knowing that you broke your wrist so we can go, okay, cool, he broke his wrist. Now, the first round, obviously, it kind of worked out for him. He gets in that first turn crash. Bike's all screwed up. He can't move forward anyway. So there wasn't really a way for us to tell. As long as he could kind of go out there and roll around, like, okay, cool, awesome. And like he said, he salvaged 6 points. It was a great ride. Now, we're on to round two. The wrist is better, but it still isn't where he wants it to be. And we'll see what tonight brings. But needless to say, let's just put this check mark over here as another one that we were right about, that wrist was jacked. And nobody wanted to talk about it, and we were idiots, and we were wrong. So thanks, everybody who's tuning in here. All 18 of you right now. Chris Bondo. It's not really a Bondo issue, man. Like, we got to lay off Bondo. He does a really good job. It's more so, it's very, very tricky. I know as a guy who goes to the races and, like, watches stuff, and especially, like, when I went to Detroit. When I go to my first race of the year, it's very hard to get dialed in to watching guys on fast laps and what to pay attention to and all that stuff. It's a bit overwhelming. Then to try to coordinate that with TV, and you're in and out and you're doing all this stuff and trying to find guys who are on fast laps so you can record them, like, I can't imagine, okay? So we gotta back off Bondo a little bit, okay? It's not necessarily his fault. Coffee Moto, what's up? It's for his mental why he doesn't say much about it. No, it's because everybody in the sport thinks they're gonna hide something and it's gonna make them not. Oh, here we go. We got a gate drop, and oh, look at that. Oh, Tomac out in front. Uh-oh. Fake start, Tomac out in front, Sexton second. Sexton's hands still sore, so we'll see what that brings tonight in the main event. He says biggest thing was just not being able, like, overcompensating and then getting arm pump in the right hand, and so we'll see. It's going to be tricky tonight. This track is soft, it's ruddy, it's junk already. It'll only get worse by the time we get to the end of the mains tonight. So we'll see. There's Vince Freeze just casing the shit out of that jump. So nothing weird there. In their new video, you can see he has a scar on his bad wrist, and you can see where he had stitches. That's because he broke it pretty bad, and he had to have surgery on it. But nobody wanted to talk about that. But whatever. Bondo does not do a good job. Well, we can argue about that all day, man. But and if you're in TV, please let me know, because I don't really know, because I'm not in TV. I only can go by people I've talked to and things I've heard behind the scenes. It's just tricky to catch fast laps. Like right now we're watching Tomac rip, but it's early. So after that, it gets trickier. So anyway, can he get a start and walk away tonight? Maybe. I mean, Ken Roczen's one of those people that he can win any given day, any given race. Tomac is, yeah, that's a problem for everyone there if Tomac's riding like that. Whew. Because that was scary looking. He, I mean, he whipped it off that finish. So, the worst thing for everybody is if Tomac gets his shit together. And what I mean by worse is like the best for the rest of us. Oh, hey, Ma. Sneaking in here. How's your day going? You get those freezers packed?
No, I need you to get this bucket picked up so I can go.
Well, you've got 20 minutes.
Oh, I gotta go now.
Well, I got to get through 258.
Well, pause and let's go.
I can't pause. I'm live. I'm literally live. This is not like people are watching right now. They're listening to me argue with you as we speak. They're trying to hear about 450 Group A here, which we got Hunter Lawrence. Oh, Sexton goes to the top with a 44.7. Tomac second with a 44.8. That 44.84 by Oldenburg.
Don't dolly? A little flat dolly with wheels?
No.
So like if I put the tub on it, I could wheel it out and then lift it?
No, but there's the other dolly still right outside there. You could use that one. Sorry about that, guys. real life. She just repacked. We have 3 coolers packed full of stuff, and she went through them all, and we're getting rid of some stuff and cleaning and organizing today. So, you know, it's springtime. The weather's getting pretty nice here in Michigan, even though it's still February, which is weird. But anyway, back to, we've got AP7 here on, could you keep it quiet, woman? Holy, oh my God. Oh my God, this is the worst live show ever. All we need are some cats and dogs to come in here. Ma, who you got for the dub tonight?
What?
Who you got for the win tonight?
Tomac.
She thinks Tomac's gonna win, but Tomac's her dude, so it's okay. Sometimes she makes me wear the Tomac shirt. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding, guys. I'm totally kidding. Anyway, thanks to all 25 of you for watching. What is up, everyone? Oh, hey, Isaac's on here. Coffee Moto, what's up, man? I just sent you a screenshot of his wrist on Instagram. I will go check that out here. The guys say hi.
Hi.
She says hi back. Let's see here. Okay, so anyway, back up here. Tomac's on screen doing an interview, which we can't hear. There is Jet. Jet didn't look very good first qualifying session, but I heard he went down the sand, so I don't know what really happened there. Anybody think we're going to have a big-ass crash in that first turn again, since we've got another 90? Because I think that's going to lend itself to be somewhat interesting here as we go through tonight. Let's see here. So Sexton's still up top with a 44.2, Tomac second with a 44.3, and Jet is third with a 44.4. So top 3 separated by 2/10. Sick. Top 4 are all in the 44 seconds, and basically we're within a second for the top 5. So that's pretty good. So anyway, let's see. We'll talk some more 250s here when we get into that. We'll go back to Deegan. We'll talk Ferry, a couple other things. Shout out to the homie Kevin Moranz. I'm not sure. Oh, did he text me here? Boop. Maybe. Nope. Huh. Anyway, not sure what happened to the homie Kevin Moranz. I know he went down in press day yesterday. I don't see his name on the board anywhere. He wasn't in B or C group, so I'm not sure what's happening with that. But hopefully I'll get to talk to him here, see what happens. All right, so we, infamous Travis Young, we are about halfway through here. We're watching Jet. That wheelie into that first jump there on that first rhythm section after the first turn is sick. I don't know that it's necessarily faster, but it's sick. Shout out to everybody who is watching here. Get Mom on the show. I don't think mom's not really an on-camera person. It would be fun to have her on the show. Ma, you want to be on the show?
I don't do cameras anymore.
Yeah, she doesn't do cameras anymore. So, it's funny because you can, if you follow me on Instagram, sometimes I get her in some of the most awkward videos and pictures when we're doing stuff. It's pretty great. She, you know, it's typical. You guys know how it is. It's you take more pictures of me, and then you do. Why do you take that picture of me? It's pretty great. It's pretty great. So,
Yeah,
oh my God. Okay, love you. Bye. Ando and Clayson. Is Clayson taking responsibility for that? I don't know. Ando was shaking his fist, but I'm not really sure if he was pissed at him or not. Interesting. We'll have to ask Clayson what's up with that. I'm sure Steve will find out what's going on there. Let's see here. Oh boy, is Ando looking around? Is Ando gonna take him out? That's the kind of crap Ando gets caught up in, that it's like, dude, just stop. Like, please, 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 just stop. Evan's not racing today. We'll get to that when we get to 250s here. We're gonna focus on the 450s here. Sexton's still on top here. We got 3 minutes left. Sexton's still on top with that 44.26. Justin Cooper, 44.28. Justin Cooper is a qualifying master. Like, that dude is a, call it 4 to 8th place main event guy, and like can #1 qualify, and probably honestly is going to start winning heat races at some point here. He just has that little bit extra there. So super interesting that he is, you know, he can do this. I mean, he was up top in the first session. Now he's in second here in this session. Like, this is crazy. How do I get one of them Red Bull KTM cowboy hats? That'd be fun to have. Do I have to go to the Red Bull KTM thing and listen to Plessinger talk? Like, I mean, he's a nice guy, but I just don't have time to do that. But I could use one of them Red Bull. Oh, he's going to ride the bull. He's going to ride the bull. Is that a PBR bar? Oh, man. Crazy. Crazy stuff. So, fun fact. I found out, if anybody hasn't, go listen to Gypsy Tales, Ryan Villapoto show. They were, I think that's what it was. And they were talking about, was that what it was? Maybe it was something else. I don't know. Somewhere this week I heard stuff about, like, having to, like, if you're a rider, like, having to get permission to go do things like snowboard and stuff. Like, written permission that it was like, okay, that you go on the snowboarding trip. Yeah, how about fuck off? And they're like, oh, well, it's an investment and stuff. Yeah, well, I can step off the curb and die, too. So you want to come, like, carry me around in my bubble suit or what? Like, it's dumb shit like that, I just don't get it. Like, I just don't understand. These guys do one of the most dangerous sports out there, and, like, you're worried about them going snowboarding or something? Like, no. Ooh, so we're skimming the right side of the whoops. That's pretty cool. Because they were pretty jumpers the first session. God, AP looks good this year. I think after 5 years, he's starting to put it together. He's going to be one of those guys that we're going to get to the end of the season. We're going to do the preview show for 2025, and we're going to go, holy shit, AP was 4th in points. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, the improvements he's made here. Oh, and we're in the pits. In the pits. All right, let's see here what you guys got here. I bet your mom is faster than Cole. Negative. What do you think of the Alpine Stars gear today? Actually, I kind of like it. I debated buying a set if I wasn't poor, but I did like the navy whites there. The problem, too, is it's white, and I'll just get that dirty instantly, and they'll look like shit. But if Alpine Stars wants to sponsor the show and send me some gear, I wouldn't complain about it, so... Honda got super pissed at Kenny for posting a video of him wakeboarding on IG when he was in that hell with all those surgeries. Yeah, well, those, are we sure? How do you know that, Tyler? Confirm how you know that, because sometimes I think we actually, between ourselves and the actual guys themselves, oh, look at that, jet to the top, 43.7. No surprise there. God, that red background behind those yellow numbers looks good. So good. So good. So good. So, there's Webb qualifying 11th. Now, that doesn't really mean shit to me with Webb. I mean, he'll show up and he'll race. He's good. I mean, he's won 5 out of 9 races he's done at Dallas, which is an insane stat that he's won over 50% here. I think the only other stat that's probably even close to that would be Tomac's record at Daytona. So, but... You've got Jet, and man, listening to, I was listening to Gypsy Tales this week, like I said, the RV, and they were talking about Jet and stuff, and, was that it? Or was it a different podcast? Now I can't remember. Sorry, I'm struggling here. Hey, guys, we got 69 of you watching right now, which is awesome. Anyway, and man, somebody said this week in something I was listening to that if Jet calms down just a little bit and makes the decisions like when he was on the 250 and he was just daddy jet, that it's going to be, I mean, these guys are in trouble. These guys are really in trouble. They said A2, he came out and he was pissed, and he was there to basically show everyone what was up, and they basically felt they tried too hard, which will happen. Oh, now we're at 75. But yeah, overall, I mean, dude, the thing is that if they want Jet to not win this title, they're gonna have to continue to not let him have the red plate, because the longer he has the red plate, the longer he can manage from the front, just like in races, the better he's gonna be. And the longer he'll have the red plate, and the better it'll be, and the harder it's gonna be for these guys to even remotely come close to him. And man, as soon as he puts some together here, and just has that confidence that he had again when he was daddy jet in the 250 class, or daddy jet last summer in the 450s, everybody's fucked, man. Everybody's fucked. Right now, there's still some air in the room because, you know, we had the 2 rain rounds that didn't go well. A2, he came out, he tried too hard, he crashed a couple of times. You know, there's been enough stuff right now that he hasn't been able to put stuff together. But now we get to these where we have several in a row that are all the same, because we're in stadiums now without weather conditions, and he's just linking wins and podiums. They're in trouble. They're in trouble. And right there, I mean, the look on his face right there, before he started this interview, is air of confidence. And if he has that air, fucked. Everybody's fucked. That's all there is to it. Thanks to all 87 of you who are watching. Appreciate it, guys. Really appreciate it. We're going to continue to do these qualifying shows. The only ones I don't think we're going to do are the ones where I go to the actual race, which right now the only one I have lined up at this point is Indy. And Indy, we may do one after qualifying's over. It's just too hard with all the noise in the stadium and stuff. We tried it in Detroit, it didn't work well, and maybe at some point I'll upgrade equipment. We'll have better microphone that's portable, you know, better, you know, we'll have a proper iPhone and stuff, and maybe then we'll be able to do it. But for right now, that's what, like, so Indy will not have a live show, but every other one here, we will do a live qualifying show. So that pretty much wraps up 450 Group A there. Again, Jet on top. Comment down below who you think is going to win tonight. Seems like a couple of you think that Jet's going to win, so that's, I mean, it's hard to bet against him at this point. I know we've had, you know, 6 winners. Is this round 7? No, this is round 7. So we've had 5 winners in 6 rounds. But it's still hard to bet against him every single week, you know, until somebody steps up consistently. I don't see it. So, all right, so now we got 250 Group A here, and Star Yamaha boys killed it on the military appreciation. The gear is on point from Thor. The bikes are on point. We've got the Deegs coming up here with his broke-ass wrist. I mean, again, nothing but respect for the kid. He rides better with one arm than I ever will with 2. That's not my point. My point is just, dude, your wrist is fucked up. Just let us know. So, we got Romano. We got Dax. Here we go, baby. 250 Group A qualifying. And look at that. We made it through the fake start. That Pierce Brown out front sure is. Pierce Brown down in the brown. Can we talk about that brown on swole crime from Detroit? Like, that was just way out of left field and unnecessary. So, I don't know what's going to happen from that, but maybe we'll see some retaliation at some point. That'd be cool. I know Jalik saw our clip this week of Justin saying he was a little shit, which I'll make a correction for Justin here. Justin was referring to him back in the day. The clip thing kind of just cut it in a weird way that made it seem like he was calling him a little shit, so whatever. But Jalik did see it. Jalik commented on it, so whatever, that happens. Wow, look at that, 100 of you tuning in. Thank you guys, really appreciate it. Anytime we can hit triple digits here. Love the show. Are you guys going to watch the rugby league in Vegas? I don't watch rugby, and I'm not a huge fan of going to Vegas, so yeah, I don't know. I probably won't be watching that. my weekends are pretty much taken up with moto at this point until we are done with the SMX rounds, and then my weekends are and then after that the weekends kind of turn into trying to do outdoorsy stuff while the weather's nice and family stuff and all of that. Cheers to everybody out there. Got some Captain and Cola here. So good, so good. Last weekend, on the off weekend, we went to Florida, the hotel we stayed at. I tried to get a Captain Cola at that bar 3 different nights over the course of the week, and they were out of cola. And then the lady told me that all they had was Vanilla Captain, which was weird because I never heard of Vanilla Captain. So I was like, screw it, I'm done. And I was reading the bottle today, and I realized, oh, Vanilla Captain is just regular Captain Morgan. So, okay. Anyway, okay, so 250A group here. So Fork up top with a 46.167, Pierce Brown second with a 46.751, and McAdoo with a 46.89. Comment down below what you guys think as far as this change up in the routine here with the 450s going first, the 250s going second, all the way till we get to the main event. I have a rant somewhat about that. I don't really have a problem with it. I just have a problem with the way it was implemented. But I have a rant about that, so make sure to tune into the show this week on Tuesday, and I'll rant about that. Got Deegs on screen here. Deegs is fourth with a 46.9, so that's pretty good. Oh, I like those yellow numbers. I may have to get yellow. I may have to hit up our newest sponsor, their 50 Graphics, and get some number plates with some yellow numbers, because I like those looks with the yellow numbers. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see here. I got to get my retro kit done for Redbud this year. That'll be fun. Look at that. Swole jumps up to second with a 46.4. So speaking on Swole here, we catch some heat sometimes for like shitting on some of these riders or whatever, and that's partially our issue of like, and I believe it's a sport-wide issue of people just don't. I mean, there's only one winner, so it's like if you don't win, like we don't talk about you enough per se, unless you're a superstar like the Deegs, like Jet, something like that. But Swole is one of those guys that he's just start dependent. Like if he gets a start, he's fast enough to run right up front, get on the box, get a top 5, whatever. You know, the problem is that he doesn't always get starts. He's buried, and he doesn't have that next level speed to come through. And we see that a lot now. Like we see that a lot with a lot of these guys. We see it in 450s. We see it 250s. Like we see it all over the place. So Deegan goes up to third with a 46.4, so it was a pretty good lap. So that wrist might be feeling better here. Oh man, the military graphics there on the Triumphs are sick. I gotta find somebody here. I'm hoping to ride one of these soon at the beginning of the year here. I just want to test, like, ride one, see what the power curve's like, what they feel like in stock trim. I mean, I'm a huge proponent of riding 250Fs if you're a vet rider, just because 450s are stupid and you can't even use a 250's power, so what the fuck are you doing with a 450? Oh look, McAdoo's got dirt on himself because he went down. Oh, and we're gonna see it here. Oh, in the sand. Okay, never mind. That's a little bit more of a, that's a thing, but it's just funny because, like, if it wasn't McAdoo, I'd be like, oh no, but like because it's McAdoo, it's like, what are you doing? So all right, look at that, 106 of you tuning in. Thank you all. Can we talk about how amazing the season's been? Different winners, surprise, 2 rain races, and it's super close in points. I mean, this has been a banger. The real question is, do we get at least a couple of more winners in the 450 class to get up there for all-time high as winners, number of different winners per season? Let's see. Can you imagine fighting your ass off through the LCQ? You have to head straight to the gate for the main. Sounds absolutely exhausting. Already make privateers run back and forth across the U.S. Yeah, that is the one thing that I don't like. Like, I think if they're going to continue to do this, they need to switch the LCQs also. Like, you need to have the 450 or the 250 LCQ and then the 450. But the problem is like, with the schedule and the way everything runs, it's like, okay, do you make them run a heat and then turn around and run the LCQ, or do you make them run the LCQ and then turn around and run the main? Like, which is more? And that's something I think they should ask those guys and be like, hey, now I will say that the big thing that I've heard is that the teams, and I know here we go back to the teams making the call, but if you've got a factory guy in the heat and he wads his shit and they need to repair the bike, it is easier for them to have more time there. If they wad their shit in the LCQ, they don't need to fix the bike because they can't ride in the main. Well, if they wad their shit in the race and they can't get it fixed for the LCQ because they ride the first LCQ, so it's spread out, then that turns into an issue. So I think if we do maintain the course here of 450s going first for heats, 250s going first for mains, I think the LCQs will probably stay in the same position that they are. So rundown here, we got 3 minutes left in 250 Group A qualifying. Hammaker up top with a 45.2. That's great. Super nice kid. Fortner second with, again, a 45.28 compared to a 45.21. Let's see here. Somebody down at the end of the whoops. No idea who that is. Anstey in third with a 45.5. Hymas in fourth with a 45.7. McAdoo fifth with a 46.3. And the Deegs in sixth with a 46.35. So, see if Deegan can get anything else even remotely close. We got Cody Schock on the 6.9 there. Rocking and rolling. He had a great first round, man, and really what the Club MX guys needed. Club MX looks like they got a sick bike setup and a sick gear setup for this week. Black bike, black gear. That's pretty cool. Speaking of which, I haven't paid attention. Is Jeremy Martin riding? Because he said he would be back. I don't see him in the top 20, so I'm going to assume he's not here this weekend. Oh, man, that was a big jump. Who are we following right now? Is this... Who are we following? I like the drone shot, but I can't tell who I'm watching. But that jump over that double and into... Oh, it's Deegan. Ha! Surprise! Oh, man. The jump over the double and into... over the starter whoop to then go 3-3-3 through the whoops there. That's pretty good. That was a pretty good line. Dude, I think that could be fun. Oh, but we got yellow flags. We got somebody down. Let's see here. Anybody up? Is that Pierce Brown? Let's see here. Looked like it might have been a gas. It's definitely a Red Bull. Oh, nope, it's KTM. Oh, is that Vial? Vial. Poor guy's got no luck. No luck whatsoever. Thanks everybody who's still tuned in here. Really appreciate it. 450 first kind of whitewashes the allure of the premier class. Yes and no. I kind of like the 450s going first because you get the, oh, you know, here's the stars, and then boom, they're right on track. Because otherwise it's here's the stars, and in 20 minutes we'll see them because we got to go through these 250 heats and stuff. That is the one thing with everything being on the same day here is that it does make it tricky. Because, like, I was thinking about this earlier, and again, I'll rant about it, but, like, NASCAR, okay? You don't see the NASCAR, the whatever, Cup Series drivers in introductions and then get some other class racing. You get the introductions, and then they go out on the track and they race. So that's one of the, I believe, downsides to having a single-day format like this. Is we have those kind of issues. But I don't know. I don't know what the fix is. I'm going to have to ponder it here for a while. We got Max Anstey here with the black Honda, which is sick. I've never watched you. Well, thanks for watching this time. Really appreciate it. Basically says, hey, 450 class, you guys are irrelevant. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. There's still the final race of the night. It's still the premier class. You just get to see the best guys in the sport first, as opposed to watching these kids ride for 20 minutes before you see them. So I don't know. I mean, I see both sides of it, and I'm not really sure. Like I said, I have a rant about it, but we'll see. So anyway, okay, so 250A group done. Hammaker up top, 45.2. Fortner, 45.28. Brown, 45.41. Anstey, 45.58. And Hymas rounds out the top, 5.7. So, that is going to wrap up our live qualifying show here. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Comment down below your winners for tonight here at AT&T Stadium in Dallas here, 250 and 450 class. As far as I'm going, I've got Jet winning the 450s, and I'm going to say Handmaker puts it together in the 250 class here and rips off a win. So Handmaker and Jet, comment down below your winners. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks to our sponsors. Links in the description down below. We'll see everybody next week.